Islamic Republic of Pakistan is a new country set in one of civilization's ancient places, and it is struggling. Its struggle is to overcome a harsh geography and a dense population to provide a better life for 83 million Pakistanis. Pakistan's progress was dealt a blow in December of 1979 when the army of the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, unloosing a river of refugees, settling into hundreds of camps along the 1,200-mile border between the two countries. Almost 3 million people and their livestock have so far left Afghanistan to draw upon the scarce grazing land and other vital resources of Pakistan.
Well, here we are at the Khyber Pass, an historic, ancient, rugged gateway from Central Asia to the subcontinent. You know, for generations, through this pass have come traders, dozens of invaders and occupiers of Afghan land who've always been defeated. Now the invaders come from the north, and this pass is being used by Afghan refugees because of a war inflicted upon them by the invasion of the Soviet Union. And because of the generosity of the Pakistan government, these Afghan refugees come through this pass, and they've been living here in tents, in mud huts, dreaming and still fighting to return to their land.
My first visit to this fascinating part of the world was as a guest of the government of Pakistan. To visit the Afghan refugee camps and consult with officials grappling with the problem. It was hoped that my involvement would bring about greater worldwide focus upon the problem. Those 5 days of November 1982 are deeply etched in my mind. The country's president, General Mohammad Zia al-Haq, received me. About the Afghan refugees, he was clear. They are our guests, he said, and we are their hosts. My first call was to the Secretary for Frontier Affairs, Mr. M.S. Niazi, who gave me a sobering account of the present plight of the Afghan refugees.
Almost 8,000 to 9,000 feet. The people, you know, the people living there, they came to us in Gilgit Agency, and only recently they have gone over to Turkey, about 1,000 people. Originally 2,000 people, then some of them came down to Peshawar, but 1,069 stayed, and they were ultimately repatriated to Turkey because they were Turkish origin.
Some of the refugees in other places as well, besides...
Yes, about Iran claims 1.5 million. So today the position is 4.5 million, which represents almost 30 to 25%.
1.5 million are in Iran?
1.5 million in Iran, and about 3 million with us. Double that figure. And that means 4.5, which represents almost 30% of the entire population of Afghanistan.
Recent film footage brought out from inside Afghanistan shows the wanton policy of the Soviet Union to attempt to depopulate the countryside by destroying the homes, fields, animals, and cottage industries of the people. The freedom fighters continue to resist after first sending their women, children, and elders into refuge across borders. This cynical Soviet strategy has been successful in creating the world's largest refugee problem, but it has netted them not one single inch of territory. On the morning of what was Thanksgiving Day, 10,000 miles back home in the United States, our small party journeyed to Peshawar, a town less than 50 miles from the Afghan border and one of the main centers of refugee life. 5 days does not make you an expert on the culture or the traditions of a people. But one thing about Pakistan is obvious to even the superficial observer. Life is hard for the Pakistanis. Very hard. A recurring impression for me was the depth of Pakistani generosity as they shared what little they had with homeless Afghan neighbors. For our group, they were always cheerful and ready with a smile. After a dusty half-hour ride, we toured the Nazar refugee camp on foot. At each stop, the United States was praised for our timely assistance to the Afghan refugees. They appreciate the food and medical supplies, but what they constantly ask for are modern weapons.
First, I would like to thank all of you refugees from Afghanistan for permitting me to come here and for receiving me with such hospitality. I am an American, and we in the United States have been quite concerned and have heard a great deal about the plight and misery of the 3 million refugees along the Pakistani border. But I must confess that in the short time that I've been here on this beautiful sunny morning, I don't feel misery. I feel a spirit that I saw in your little children who were at school in a tent. I see.
I mean, this is the first few stops.
Yes, yeah.
And
this tells them the history of what is happening right now.
They glorify the freedom fighter.
I see.
الشيطان الرجيم